You're earning more than before, and on paper, things look like they're moving forward in your life. The salary number increased, responsibilities grew, and people around you started calling it progress. But when you actually check your bank balance, it doesn't feel like progress at all. You open your account, look at the number, and quietly wonder how it dropped so fast again. It feels confusing because you didn't make any big mistakes or reckless decisions. And yet, saving money still feels strangely out of reach. Here's something important to understand early on. This experience is incredibly common. Most people don't struggle because they're careless or bad with money. They struggle because life slowly becomes more expensive as income grows. When you earned less, you were careful without even thinking about it. You planned more, waited longer, and said no more often. But when income rises, spending habits change quietly, almost automatically. Food upgrades, convenience choices, small comforts that feel deserved. Each decision feels harmless on its own, so nothing triggers alarm. But together, they slowly consume the extra money you worked hard to earn. This is what lifestyle inflation looks like in real life. It doesn't arrive loudly, and it doesn't feel irresponsible. It feels normal, reasonable, and even necessary at the time. That's why people feel stuck despite earning more than ever before. You didn't suddenly become bad with money. You just stopped seeing where it was going. And nobody really teaches you how to notice this shift early. So instead of blaming yourself, it's better to understand the pattern. Once you see the pattern, one belief needs to change. Saving is not something that happens at the end of the month. Most people try to save whatever is left after spending, and most months, nothing meaningful is left. That's not a discipline problem, it's a strategy problem. Saving only works when it becomes a decision, not a leftover. The moment money arrives, its purpose needs to be decided. This single shift changes how saving feels emotionally. Instead of pressure, it creates a sense of control. The first practical step is separation. When income comes in, move a small, fixed amount aside immediately. It doesn't have to be large, it just has to be consistent. What you don't see daily is much harder to spend impulsively. The second step is identifying one spending leak. Not everything, just the one that drains you the most. Food delivery, online shopping, or forgotten subscriptions. Reducing one area builds confidence without feeling restrictive. The third step is allowing guilt-free enjoyment. If saving feels like punishment, it won't last. Fun isn't the enemy, lack of structure is. The fourth step is keeping tracking simple. You don't need to monitor every transaction. One number matters most: how much you saved this month. Progress feels real when it's easy to see. These steps don't require perfection, only repetition. They can be started quietly without changing your entire lifestyle. And they work because they respect how real life actually feels. Saving becomes something you do, not something you fight. Over time, the habit becomes normal, and normal habits are the ones that last. This is how financial control slowly builds, not through motivation, but through structure. There will still be months where things don't go perfectly. You might overspend, forget, or feel frustrated again. That doesn't erase progress or mean you failed. It simply means you're human. Discipline isn't about never slipping. It's about returning to the system calmly. Small, boring actions repeated over time create real change. And that change feels quieter than people expect. Saving isn't about becoming rich overnight. It's about sleeping with less stress and more certainty. It's about knowing you're not one mistake away from panic. That sense of calm is what most people are really chasing. And it's built slowly, not suddenly. If this felt like your life, you're not alone, and we can build better habits together.